Children Alert and Hask Convention. A path to protecting the rights of children. The Children Alert and Hask Convention, also known as the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, is an international treaty that sets out the civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights of children. Adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in 1989, the convention has been ratified by almost every country in the world. This explores the significance of the UNCRC in safeguarding the rights of children and its impact on global child protection efforts. To understand the importance of the UNCRC, it is crucial to examine the historical context that led to its creation. Before the convention, children's rights were often neglected, and their well-being was not a priority. The UNCRC emerged as a response to the need for a comprehensive international framework to protect children from exploitation, abuse, and discrimination. It built upon earlier initiatives, such as the Declaration of the Rights of the Child in 1959, and aimed to codify the fundamental rights of children. Key provisions of the UNCRC. The UNCRC consists of 54 articles that cover a wide range of rights for children. Some of the key provisions include 1. Non-discrimination. Article 2 of the UNCRC prohibits any form of discrimination against children based on their race, religion, nationality, or social status. It emphasizes the equal rights and opportunities for all children. 2. Best interests of the child. Article 3 states that the best interests of the child should be a primary consideration in all actions concerning children. This provision ensures that decisions made by governments, courts, and other authorities prioritize the well-being of children. 3. Right to survival and development. Article 6 recognizes the inherent right to life and calls for the provision of necessary support and assistance to ensure the survival and development of children. 4. Protection from abuse and exploitation. The UNCRC contains several articles that address the protection of children from abuse, neglect, and exploitation. Article 19, for example, emphasizes the right to be protected from all forms of violence, while Article 32 specifically addresses child labor. Impact of the UNCRC. The UNCRC has had a significant impact on global efforts to protect children and promote their rights. Some notable achievements include 1. Legislative reforms. Ratifying countries have enacted laws and policies to align with the provisions of the UNCRC. This has led to improved legal frameworks and increased accountability for the protection of children's rights. 2. Awareness and advocacy. The UNCRC has raised awareness about child rights issues and mobilized global advocacy efforts. It has empowered children and their advocates to demand their rights and hold governments accountable for their commitments. 3. International cooperation. The UNCRC has facilitated international cooperation and collaboration in addressing child rights issues. It has provided a platform for countries to share best practices, exchange information, and work together to improve the lives of children worldwide. The Children Alert and Hask Convention, or the UNCRC, is a landmark international treaty that has played a crucial role in protecting the rights of children. By establishing a comprehensive framework of rights and obligations, the convention has ensured that children are treated with dignity, respect, and equality. While challenges remain in fully realizing the rights enshrined in the UNCRC, it continues to serve as a powerful tool for promoting the well-being and development of children globally. As we move forward, it is essential for all stakeholders to reaffirm their commitment to the UNCRC and work towards its effective implementation for the benefit of all children. Here are some additional points to further explore the Children Alert and Hask Convention, UNCRC. 1. Universality and ratification. The UNCRC is one of the most widely ratified human rights treaties in history. As of 2021, it has been ratified by 196 countries, making it nearly universally accepted. This demonstrates the global commitment to protecting the rights of children and ensuring their well-being. 2. Participation of children. One of the unique aspects of the UNCRC is its emphasis on the participation of children in decisions that affect them. Article 12 recognizes the right of children to express their opinions and have them taken seriously in matters that concern them. This provision encourages governments and other institutions to involve children in policy making, ensuring that their voices are heard and respected. 3. Monitoring and reporting mechanisms. To ensure compliance with the UNCRC, the Convention established monitoring and reporting mechanisms. States that have ratified the Convention are required to submit regular reports to the Committee on the Rights of the Child, a body of independent experts. This enables the committee to assess the progress made by each country in implementing the Convention and provide recommendations for improvement. 4. Optional protocols. In addition to the main convention, the UNCRC has 2 optional protocols. The Optional Protocol on the Involvement of Children in Armed Conflict, OPIC, prohibits the recruitment and use of children in armed conflicts. The Optional Protocol on the Sale of Children, Child Prostitution, and Child Pornography, OPSC, addresses the exploitation and abuse of children, particularly in the context of trafficking and sexual exploitation. 5. Challenges and future directions. While the UNCRC has made significant strides in protecting children's rights, challenges persist. Some of the key challenges include poverty, violence, discrimination, and lack of access to quality education and healthcare. Additionally, the evolving digital landscape raises new concerns regarding children's online safety and privacy. Addressing these challenges requires continued commitment, collaboration, and resource allocation from governments, civil society organizations, and the international community. Looking ahead, there are ongoing efforts to strengthen the implementation of the UNCRC. This includes promoting awareness and understanding of children's rights, improving data collection and research on child rights issues, and fostering partnerships between different stakeholders. It is also important to ensure that marginalized and vulnerable groups of children, such as those with disabilities, refugees, and indigenous children, are not left behind and receive equal protection and support. The UNCRC has been instrumental in advancing the rights and well-being of children worldwide. Its universal acceptance and emphasis on children's participation make it a powerful tool for promoting social justice and equality. However, there is still work to be done to fully realize the rights of every child. By building on the achievements of the UNCRC and addressing the existing challenges, we can create a better future for children, where their rights are respected, protected, and fulfilled. The 4 core principles that guide the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, are: 1. Non-discrimination. Every child has the right to be treated equally and to have access to their rights without any form of discrimination, regardless of their race, gender, religion, nationality, or any other status. 2. Best interests of the child. The best interests of the child should be the primary consideration in all actions and decisions that affect them. This principle ensures that children's well-being, safety, and development are prioritized. 3. Right to life, survival, and development. Every child has the inherent right to life and to enjoy a safe and healthy environment. They also have the right to develop to their fullest potential physically, mentally, and socially. 4. Respect for the views of the child. Children have the right to express their opinions, have their voices heard, and participate in decisions that affect them. Their opinions should be given due weight according to their age and maturity. These core principles provide a framework for promoting and protecting the rights of children around the world, ensuring their well-being, and empowering them to actively participate in society. The principle of non-discrimination. As outlined in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, entails that every child has the right to be treated equally and without any form of discrimination. This principle ensures that children are not denied their rights or subjected to unfair treatment based on their race, gender, religion, nationality, or any other status. For children's rights, the principle of non-discrimination means: 1. Equal access to rights. All children, regardless of their background or characteristics, should have equal opportunities to enjoy their rights. This includes rights such as education, healthcare, protection from violence, and participation in decision-making processes. 2. Protection from discrimination. Children have the right to be protected from any form of discrimination, including direct or indirect discrimination, stereotypes, prejudice, and exclusion. They should be free from any harmful practices or actions that deny them their rights based on their identity. 3. Inclusive policies and practices. Governments, institutions, and communities should adopt inclusive policies and practices that ensure equal treatment and opportunities for all children. This involves addressing systemic barriers and working towards eliminating discrimination in all spheres of a child's life. 4. Awareness and education. Promoting awareness and education about children's rights and the importance of non-discrimination is crucial. Children should be empowered to understand their rights and to challenge discrimination they may face. Society as a whole should be educated about the rights of all children and the harmful effects of discrimination. The principle of non-discrimination is essential for upholding children's rights, promoting social justice, and creating a world where every child is valued, respected, and given the same opportunities to thrive. The principle of non-discrimination is a fundamental aspect of children's rights that aims to ensure equal treatment and opportunities for all children. Here are some key points to further understand its significance. 1. Scope of non-discrimination. The principle applies to all aspects of a child's life, including access to education, healthcare, social services, legal protection, and participation in decision-making processes. It also extends to areas such as culture, religion, language, disability, and migration status. 2. Intersectionality. Non-discrimination takes into account the intersectionality of a child's identity. It recognizes that children may face multiple forms of discrimination based on various characteristics, such as race, gender, disability, or socioeconomic status. Intersectionality emphasizes the need to address these multiple dimensions of discrimination. 3. Best interests of the child. The principle of non-discrimination is closely linked to the concept of the best interests of the child. It recognizes that treating children equally does not mean treating them all the same. Instead, it requires taking into account their specific needs, circumstances, and rights, with a focus on ensuring their well-being and development. 4. Positive measures. Non-discrimination does not solely mean refraining from discriminatory actions. It also involves taking proactive measures to address systemic inequalities and promote equality of opportunity. This may include affirmative action, targeted policies, and interventions to address historical disadvantages and promote inclusive outcomes. 5. Participation and empowerment. Non-discrimination is closely connected to children's right to participate and be heard. It involves empowering children to challenge discrimination, advocate for their rights, and actively participate in decision-making processes that affect their lives. By involving children in discussions and actions against discrimination, their voices and perspectives are valued and respected. 6. International standards and obligations. The principle of non-discrimination is enshrined in international legal instruments, such as the UNCRC. States that have ratified the convention are bound to respect, protect, and fulfill children's right to non-discrimination. They are expected to take legislative, administrative, and other measures to prevent and address discrimination. Promoting non-discrimination is not only a legal obligation but also a moral imperative. It contributes to building inclusive and equitable societies where every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential, irrespective of their background or characteristics. By upholding the principle of non-discrimination, we create a world that embraces diversity, respects human rights, and values the inherent worth and dignity of every child.